So Yoshi, what if you were told that you could never use a greater skill or profession ever again? How would you survive in a society?
I would go to the university and learn something new again.
That's a great answer. That's a way to go.
Yeah, if it's possible financially, yeah, that's what I would do.
But what if your greatest skill was being a hitman?
Oh,
Digging Japanese pop, I'm Akari, and here with me is...
Yoshi here. Hello, everyone.
Hello, thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank you.
And this time, I'd like to talk about this manga, Thefable.
Mhm.
So
Oh,
I
okay,
think
okay.
as an English title, it might be called as the Fable, but the Japanese version is Fable. So we're
Yeah,
just
yeah,
gonna go
yeah.
with Fable, okay?
Yeah.
So have you?
Thefable. That's
Thefable,
Japanese.
yes.
Yeah.
So have you read this manga?
Yeah, I think I've read the first 2 volumes, and
Okay.
also I've watched the live action movies.
Oh,
I think there
live
are
action
2 movies, I
Mm.
think.
So you know like a basic stuff, right?
Yeah.
But for those who never read this manga or never watched a live action movie, let me explain a little bit about this manga. So
Mhm.
protagonist is Akira,
Mm.
and he is the Fable, and he's actually known as a Fable, and he is a
Oh.
legendary hitman who can
Oh, yeah.
eliminate any target in 6 seconds.
Oh, in 6 seconds. Okay, that's
Yeah,
like
that's what everyone
Equalizer.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in 6 seconds. So he's
Mhm.
very, very capable. But
Yeah.
under the orders from his boss, he was told that he cannot kill anyone for
Oh,
one
yeah.
full year. For
Mhm.
1 year, he cannot kill anyone at any cost. So if he breaks this rule, his boss said he would kill
Mhm.
him.
Oh, okay.
So
Was that a thing? Okay.
yeah,
I barely remember the premise. So yes,
okay.
thank you for explaining.
So so he has no choice. So he begins
Okay.
a new life in Osaka, not in Tokyo. And
Oh, welcome to my hometown.
yay!
Yay.
And he uses this fake name,
Mhm.
and his name is going to be Akira Sato.
Mm.
And he tries to live as an ordinary citizen. Yep.
Mhm.
And together with his partner, Yoko,
Mhm.
and under the protection of the Yakuza, he tries to figure out what normal life really means.
Normal life in Osaka, which means probably it's totally different from Tokyo life.
That is very true too.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Apparently,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
So different place and different
Mhm.
life for
Mhm.
Akira, and he was known as the Fable, but
Mhm.
he now has to live as Akira Sato.
Okay.
So the thing is about this manga is that I know I should have been laughing, but then
Uh-huh.
it's so funny that I can't help it.
Yeah, I remember. I remember. I was laughing with Akira.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Akira approaches his mission of
Uh-huh.
living normally with the
Mhm.
same insane professionalism he uses as a
Mhm.
hitman. So he can do
Mm.
anything in combat because he's such a great hitman. He
Uh-huh.
can kill anyone, he can assassinate anyone in 6 seconds, right?
Mm.
But
Mhm.
everything he does, all the other stuff, is kind of like he's naive and also he doesn't really know what to do.
That's
And
that's
yeah,
kind of new, right? Because
yeah,
we see a lot of hitman in like Hollywood movies, but they tend to have normal life
yeah.
as normal people. But
Like as a disguise, right?
yeah, as this guy. So yeah, it's a really new
Yeah.
take on assassins, I think.
So whenever like there was one scene that like when
Uh-huh.
punks confront him, he doesn't fight back because he
Mhm.
cannot attack anyone because if he does, he's gonna kill them. So
Mm.
he perfectly acts like he's losing against a punk.
Yeah, I remember that scene. I
Yeah.
was laughing so hard.
Because he knows like how much damage he can give. He
Mhm.
tries to like do
Mhm.
really, really weak attacks, which doesn't give any damage to the punk. But he gets hit by this punk on purpose and it
Mm.
makes himself kind of bleed. And he says, I'm so sorry,
Mm.
forgive me. You know?
Yeah, because that's normal people would do.
Yeah, right? So
In
he's
his
like,
perspective,
yes.
at least. Yeah.
And after he was done with the fight, he's like, oh, I think I did so well. I was such a pro being a normal.
That scene
Yeah.
kind of I still remember that scene, and when I was reading that scene, it reminded me of Jackie Chan. in a fight, like he's like not knowing what to do, but he's actually really capable of like beating up people. That reminds me Jackie Chan so much.
Jackie Chan. Yep. But Akira, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he
Intentionally.
pretends that he doesn't really know what he's doing, right? And he thought like, oh, what would a normal person do, right? For his life. And he figures that he needs some sort of job. But then because he doesn't have any degree or he doesn't have any experience outside of being a hitman, so he tries to apply for like very cheap wage part-time job.
Oh yeah, he had like minimum wage or like maybe
not even
than
minimum wage.
Okay, no, lower than minimum wage.
I think the minimum wage in Japan right now is like 1,000 or 1,000 yen.
Yeah, it depends on the prefecture or city.
Right.
But
I think
it's around 1,000 yen per hour.
Yeah. But he takes the one with 800 yen an
800.
hour.
Okay. I mean, he's living in Osaka, so that happens.
Yep.
I mean, that happened
guess,
in the past.
Yeah. And I don't know what average wage is in Osaka, but I think it's a little bit, it could be a little bit cheaper than the one in Tokyo. So, but anyways, but 800 yen is still very, very cheap.
Yeah, it is really cheap.
And the funny thing is that he tries so hard for this job. He takes it so serious. See, he takes it so seriously. And also, so for him, the killing and working a low-paying job or getting punched by those thugs, they're all like very, very professional assignments that he has to take seriously.
Oh, because he has his sole job is being normal.
Right. So that's why it's so funny, because he's not even he's not joking, but he's completely serious. But the way he acts, it's so funny.
Oh I'm getting remember those things.
Yeah, it's like, if you were Akira, could you let someone beat you up without fighting back, right?
Yeah, I mean it's tough job.
Yeah, you have the ability to fight back, but he holds it because he has to. And with all these things that Akira does, which is very, very funny for anything, but you would think that this is a comedy, right?
Yeah.
But it's actually not.
Oh, I've only read 2 volumes, so I thought it was just comedy.
I mean, it is a comedy, of course, kind of, but it's not it. That's not all.
Oh, nice.
At first you would feel like it's a comedy, and I thought so too. But it becomes much more than that. And like any kind of like underworld stories, Akira is so talented at what he does as a hitman, and too charismatic that everyone wants to kind of like get involved in a way that he's not like left alone. He cannot be left alone.
Okay. I've seen those kind of movies so many times. Yeah.
So even though he wants peace, right? He wants just a quiet, normal life. But he gets like dragged into like conflicts involving like dangerous yakuza in Osaka, and there's like another. There at the same time there's like Kuro-chan. If you remember, Kuro-chan is one of the member of the yakuza in Osaka, and he idolizes Akira and wants to become like a killer, and he wants to be his kind of like, what's the word? Oh my god, I cannot think of it. It's the other way around of apprentice. I guess like an apprentice. Apprentice, yeah. Okay. So he wants to be his apprentice, to be a hitman. But, like all these kind of things happens around him, even though he just wants like a normal life, just working for 800 yen wage job. Yep. And at the same time, there's Yoko too, right? His partner. And she is also kind of crazy. I love her though. I love her as a character.
She lives with Akira as his little sister,
like a younger
right?
sister, yes.
Okay.
Well, they do have different apartments, but they do kind of live together at this same place. And then because she's so bored, because she has nothing
Bored
to do
of
for a
normal
year, right?
life, normal life, right? Okay.
Because she used to work as his partner, like Hitman's a partner, kind of like assistant. But because she was also ordered not to, you know, get involved in any sort of killing, she also kind of has to kill time for a year.
Yeah.
So she's very, very bored, and then she tries to enjoy kind of like her life by watching
that's a
drunk
good
men.
thing. But what?
Watching
Well, I
drunk
don't
men.
remember that part. Okay.
You don't remember? Okay. There's so many scenes like that. So she, because she's so attractive, a lot of men try to hit on her. And then, but she kind of enjoys watching them getting drunk.
Oh, so she takes man to a bar or something
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
And
right. Yeah, I remember.
she gets them drunk on purpose.
I mean, that's one way to kill time.
Yeah,
right?
I guess. And she kind of embraces themselves, like, I mean, she kind of likes them, like, being drunk, and she loves watching them being drunk, and then all these men kind of, try to hit on her, and they get wasted.
Because they want to,
flirt with her.
Try to be a tough guy, right? Okay.
So all these characters around him are also hilarious, but they're not just, like, comedic characters, but all these things that they do, like all these characters around him, whatever they do constantly kind of test Akira's attempt to become normal, because there's so many things happening around him, and there's like so many moments that he can just go back to be a hitman and just deal with all the issues happening around him. But because he cannot kill anyone, it's like everything all these characters around him do is kind of testing him, not to go back to the way he was.
I don't remember the details, but do they challenge him on purpose or like?
No.
Okay.
I think just random, just random things that happen around him.
All right.
Yeah, it's kind of like it becomes kind of like a challenge for him. Yeah, so he tries so hard, and he takes this mission kind of not to kill anyone. But his sincerity kind of slowly kind of warms your heart too. And I felt that way. But at first Akira was, he seems very, very rough and cocky and a little bit socially awkward in a way, because he doesn't really know how to act around people. Because all he was good at was killing people, right? Assassinating people. But because of everything that happens around him, and all the people he meets in the story kind of starts to change him a little bit.
In a good way, or
I guess in a good way. I think
we shouldn't spoil that part, but
right.
Yeah.
He used to say, like, oh, so you're such a fool. Don't underestimate a pro like me. But and then, like, he teases punks, and like sometimes he used to like a untouchable badass. But as he meets the people from the Yakuza group in Osaka and his co-workers from his part-time job place, and he starts to see all these like real kindness in people around him, sincerity from them. So all these things kind of starts to gradually kind of affect and influences like him, and little by little he says he probably like thinks more than just saying whatever he thinks, whatever that pops in his head. And he begins to kind of grow as a person in the story. And I think that what makes this manga more than a comedy, because Akira never jokes around. He takes everything so seriously, and that sincerity hits so hard. Even though he cannot do what he was good at, he takes everything around him so seriously, and he tries his best to cope with the situations that he's in. And I think a lot of people can relate to that. Let's say, yes?
Oh, yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but I recall the scene where Akira just does a like a delivery job.
Yeah,
it's just
he does.
Not for the Yakuza or anything, but as I think he was working for a
like a
designer?
printing, designing
Yeah,
company.
printing, designing office or something. And he has to make a delivery by bike. And he took it so seriously because he's professional at
Yep.
everything in general. So yeah, I still remember that part well. So yeah, I can see how, he's taking everything seriously in a good way.
Yep. So I think that scene was like, usually it takes about like 30 minutes to deliver to the location that he needed to go. But then he came back within like 15 minutes or so, 15 or 20 minutes. And
I mean,
everyone's
yeah,
like,
professional.
did you really go there? Like everyone was like, did you go? Like, did you just not go and then like came back pretending that you did go? And then he was like, no, I did, because he's so good at like what he does and he takes his job so seriously.
Yeah,
And
and he's also physically capable
yes.
of, moving fast, right?
So even though he doesn't really get to do what he's good at, he tries his best on everything. And, I think it's a story of a man who loses the skill he relied on the most and learns how to become normal or like ordinary people through ordinary people by interacting with ordinary people. So it's not only a comedy, but it's more than that.
Yeah, I didn't think of this when I was reading the Fable, but now I think of it as like it's a really important thing in life. Like it's not your skill, it's not your like what you did, but it's about what you're like the trying to do new things or like adapting to the environment is like the most like important skill in life. Like I'm not gonna, if I was an assassin and I was told not to kill, I'll probably be like, I forgot her name, the sister, little sister, younger
Yoko?
sister. Yeah, Yoko. Like I'd go to a bar and watch people get drunk.
Yeah, he could have done that, right?
Yeah.
But he chose the other way. Yeah. And I think that makes him a very attractive, charming character in the story. And also I think he does a lot of good deeds. Like for example, one of my favorite scene is that his co-workers at his part-time job, she gets in trouble because she's pretty and a guy from their workplace, was kind of trying to put like a tiny camera
Oh, okay.
at the workplace and tried to kind of record her changing her clothes or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And Akira kind of noticed what that guy was trying to do, but without actually confronting him or, hitting him or beating him up. He kind of tries to prevent him doing so.
Okay.
Yeah, because
in a discreet way.
Yeah, in a very, very discreet way.
Right,
I mean, he could have just like punched him up, like he could have just like punched him and
I mean,
then like he could eat
that would be an Osaka way.
right? But he did
I
not
wouldn't
do
do that. I wouldn't do that. But
he didn't do that, and then instead he changed the camera's positions so the camera wouldn't record her and all these kind of things. And I was like, oh, such a good man, because he could have just said it. Like he could have just said it out loud to that person, right? Like, what the hell are you doing? But he didn't do that because he didn't want to get in any sort of trouble.
Yeah, because if he hits the guy or like call the police, he's in trouble.
He's gonna be in trouble, and probably everyone around him would have some sort of issues, right, later on. So he didn't want that to happen, or he didn't say it out loud because he didn't really say it out loud if that was the reason, but I saw it that way, that he just went for like a discreet way to prevent that guy to do very disgusting thing to that girl. Yeah. So
that deserves a punch.
Yep, I think so. So there's like a lot of things that he does from his heart, right? It's not like someone asks him, but because he thinks it's wrong. It's like it's morally wrong, so he does that, right? To protect that girl. And she doesn't even know that he was protecting her. Yeah, but yeah, but he does all these kind of things and he tries to be
Mm.
normal and try to fit in
Oh,
to the new environment he's in.
I don't remember, but does he do those kind of good things because he thinks it's normal thing to do?
Ah, that's a good question. Maybe. That could be
Maybe,
one
yeah.
of the reasons, yes.
Or he's naturally good person.
Maybe. Because he does
Oh,
say he does not
uh-huh.
enjoy killing, although that's his job.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like he does that because he enjoys it.
Oh,
He
he
says
doesn't
that.
as a profession. Okay.
So maybe he's just a good person to start with, or who knows, right? I think you would have to read the whole manga to find out
Yeah.
what kind of person he really is.
I don't want to
And
spoil anything, but I
you're right.
have a one question. Does he need to money?
He doesn't really have to.
Oh, but he just works for them because that's normal people would do. Oh, okay, okay.
Because Yoko doesn't work,
All right. I
right?
thought
She doesn't work,
Oh,
and
okay.
they
She
got
doesn't
the
work.
money. Yeah, they got the
Okay.
money from the Yakuza that were originally
Oh,
working.
okay.
So
Oh,
they don't.
that would spoil me. I wouldn't go to college at all.
I mean, if I were him, I would
Uh-huh.
just party.
Yeah, that's what I would do. I mean, maybe probably you can get all kinds of drug stuff because you were involved with Yakuza. You can throw any kind of party.
Right. And
Oh.
I guess because, I mean, even though he doesn't have to work, he
Mhm.
decides to go in to the
Oh,
workplace every day
that's
early
really
in the
nice.
morning. And every time, like, he arrives early
Mhm.
and he does his work really, really seriously and he does it really well. So, in a way, it's not like, it's not like he has to, but he chooses that way.
That's a really great change because I feel like when I changed my job, the last job I most of the time I was working from home, so I don't really need to go out of my room. But now I have to go to the office every day. I have to be at the office at like 9:30.
Oh, that's early.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I mean, I
know it's
usually
kind of normal hours.
yeah. But
But
like people who work from home, they can wake up anytime they want. They basically can wake up at 10 and go back to bed, right?
yeah.
But
I mean,
I have
as
to
long
be
as they get their job done, it's fine, right?
yeah, it's fine. But I just have to now I have to get up early and when I walk to the office or I take the train and I get sunlight and that makes me feel like more positive than before. So I think that could apply to Akira too, because he's his job basically
Right.
he probably does his job at night, doesn't get any sunlight, but now he has to go to the office, right?
Yep.
That's a good change,
Yeah.
I would
I
say.
think so. And I think
Mhm.
the way, because he chooses that path
Mhm.
on his own, I think that's why it makes him so charming and attractive. Yeah, as a character. I mean, he could have just stayed home 24 hours a day, 24/7
Yeah,
and
watch
just
Netflix or anything.
right.
Yeah.
But he chooses to go outside and socialize with people and do as other people do around him. I think, and also how he changes throughout the story. I think that will really, really warms your heart. Yep.
Nice.
So
I have to. I've only read 2 volumes. Man, I missed a lot.
keep reading. Please keep reading.
Yeah,
I would recommend you to
definitely
keep
have to.
reading. Yes.
Okay.
All
I mean,
right.
it has so many volumes, right?
It does. Well, I don't
Okay.
know how many, and then but they also have live action movie, as you said. So there are a lot to read, but I think you'll be just hooked. You'll be really enjoying the whole series till the end. So this is my recommendation, kind of, and this
Nice.
show is brought to you with the support of the manga app Emaki, and the manga we talked about today, Thefable, is available on Emaki. So if you guys are interested, please make sure to check the link in the description and give a try. It's a great, great manga, I have to say.
Nice.
Very warming story.
I gotta read.
And
the
also you
series.
get to laugh too. It's very funny. It's very, very funny, I have to say. Yeah. All right, so please follow the show and leave us a like and drop us some comment.
Yeah, definitely.
What would you do if your profession was taken from you?
Oh, I
What
didn't
kind
get
of
your
life?
answer, though. I didn't get your
My
answer.
answer?
Yeah.
I would probably stay home and watch Netflix 24/7.
Oh, and throw party. Oh, right. I got your answer.
Yep. So
Okay.
we'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye.
Bye.